Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5 and today we're looking at the Leathrman Wave Alpha, and this is a newly released multi-tool, the newest iteration of the Wave from Leathrman. And I bought this at Blade Show, and that was week before last, and it's a $200 multi-tool. And it has some features on it that are pretty unique to this particular tool itself. And I'm going to go over what I like and what I don't like about it. First off, it has these gorgeous G10 scales on it. And I love this green color with the orange accents. They also have a black one that they call Obsidian. And then they have, I can't remember what the other color is. But this is the one I chose. It kind of looked outdoorsy, kind of, rugged to me. And another feature this has that's kind of unique for multi-tools is a thumb stud. And that thumb stud allows you to really fire that blade out very quickly. And it's very fidgety. And yeah, there's very nice blade shape. It's kind of an upswept Warncliffe, modified Warncliffe. You can call it a reverse Tanto. It's made out of Magna Cut, and it's 2.89 inches, so almost 3 inches. A very useful blade shape and blade size for EDC tasks. I've used this a lot for breaking down boxes and opening packages, and it's been really great for that. I really enjoyed it. And, the only thing I see being the issue is that cutting with that thumb stud, right there might inhibit a little bit, but don't know, and haven't really cut towards the heel that much. I've been mostly using this portion of the blade right here. But it's Magna Cut. Magna Cut's the flavor of the season. It's supposed to be the ultimate super steel, and I'm glad to see it on a multi-tool. A tool that I really like is the dedicated scissors that are accessible from the outside. Sometimes scissors are better than knives. If your knife blade is extremely sharp, if you have a loose thread in your clothes, it's going to pull that thread and kind of ruin your clothes eventually. So this is just very nice to snip with, and I have used it to open up a bag of food. I had this thing from a deli. I can't remember what it was. No, it was chicken strips. It was chicken strips. It was in a bag, and I didn't have a plate. So I kind of laid it down, opened the bag up, and then slit. And then I had like a plate where I could put my ketchup and stuff on and eat the chicken strips. The only thing that tool-wise, the only thing that kind of irritates me is that they give you both a saw and a file. And on other tools, you had one section that you can remove the saw or the file and replace it to whichever one you want. And that would open up this extra slot for a sheep's foot serrated blade. And I really like the sheep's foot serrated blade to complement the plain edge that has a point. That way, if you need to use it as a rescue knife, or you need to really cut rope, or that's something you need some aggressive cutting capabilities, I like having that serrated plain edge. Serrated sheep's foot. But this doesn't have it. That's not a deal breaker, but that is a little bit, something I wish was on here. When you open up the multi-tool, it's rounded, so you can really grip it really hard and really grab whatever you're needing to grab with the pliers. You got replaceable wire cutters, and you have strippers and stuff. Some of the tools that you have, I want to talk about this one specifically, if I can get it out, and that is the can/bottle opener. I use this can opener to open up a can of chili. I opened up a can of chili, and I also opened an IBC cream soda lid, which is technically a twist off. But I wanted to test this bottle opener. And the bottle opener kind of struggled to really get a grip on it. And when I finally did get a grip on it, it cut the top of the bottle cap, which isn't terrible or anything, and it actually gave me something to kind of lift it up with. But just know that this bottle opening feature isn't the best with IBC cream soda. I'm not really a beer drinker. I can drink beer if it's a particular type, like Corona. That's like one of the few beers I can stomach, but I don't have any of that here, and so I didn't really test it on a bottle that strictly needs a bottle opener. But usually when I use a knife to open up or usually when I open up a Mexican Coke or a beer or a craft fruit beer, I usually use my EDC knife, and it's completely safe, and it's a lot easier than most bottle openers. But this worked very well as a can opener. You also have a Phillips and flathead screw, and you have that little driver right there. And you can get a driver extension or a ratchet driver that would fit in that. It also has, which I kind of wish they would have turned this into a pry bar, because we already have a flathead, but that's a flathead right there. And then you have a lanyard hole, an eyeglass screwdriver set, and you have a locking all. This has a sewing notch in there. Really cool stuff. Other than those few things, like the what you call it, the sheep's foot blade, the only other thing this setup is missing is a sheath. Now you can buy a Leatherman pocket clip for this, and you can buy Leatherman sheaths for this. I wish it came with a sheath. That would make it so much easier to carry, and if you have the sheath, you can get the ratchet set or the bit set and carry it all in there, and you have a very capable tool setup. I thought about getting the pocket clip too, but right now I think I'm going to get me a sheath for this. But I've really enjoyed it, but just for the $200 price tag, I wish it came with some kind of carrying method. Instead of just floating loosey-goosey in my pocket. But I love this multi-tool. They have a few different colors, and this they have a blaze orange, which I think they call Canyonland. They have this green, which I think is Cascadia, and then they have black obsidian. And it's just very nice to have a very attractive multi-tool, and you know, it makes it just a little bit different. So that's it. That's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm a Satsu5, and I'm out.